As a freelancer, you do have a lot of control to decide how this process goes. Even with bad buyers, even with weird projects, even those unexpected hiccups, if you set yourself up successfully and take a thoughtful approach to the entire process from start to finish, you will be able to smooth out a lot of those bumps. Hey, I'm Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome for the very first time. All around, welcome. I'm Carrieblogger, a career freelancer on Fiverr.com, where I've been selling as a Fiverr Pro verified copywriter for about the past 9 years. And in today's video, we are discussing steps and strategies for how to build a better workflow. Maybe even a better creative flow, you might say. If you want to get this sweatshirt, t-shirts, other designs for yourself, make sure to check out my freelance merch and apparel shop. Link is in the description down below. Okay, so basically I see this entire process from the very beginning of how clients find you to the very end of how they perceive the quality and experience of your service after it's been finished. All of it is a spectrum. Every step you have a choice between doing it this way or doing it this way, and it's up to you to see where you want to fall on that spectrum. So we're going to talk through each of those steps. I'm going to say what I do and why, but also outline the other side. But before we get into that, we have to announce this week's Blogger of the Week, and if you'd like to be the Blogger of the Week just like Mary DeMars, all you have to do is drop a comment down below and you might get picked. Also, I haven't announced yet, I created a Discord group, a community of freelance network for Carrieblogger subscribers and friends. Feel free to invite whoever. So if you would like to take part in the community and share and, just do community stuff, definitely check it out. There's a link in the description down below. All right, we start this process, this workflow journey with outreach. Basically, are you going to them or are they coming to you? I'm a huge believer in having them come to you because ultimately it allows you to free up more of your time and creative energy to serving them instead of trying to find them. Even though I hate the passive income meme, it's kind of like passive income in that you are putting a lot of effort up front to build something that will then continue to sustain you and pay you back is the goal. That is also true on a platform like Fiverr versus something like Upwork, where you are actively putting in the effort to set up your profile, say what you'll do, make it all work within the algorithm, and then hoping that clients will get impressions, choose to click, and ultimately choose to order, and you don't have to be so active in each of those conversion processes. Check out this video for more information about Fiverr, yay or nay. Speaking of that, putting all of your effort forward at once, we need to get the pricing right. You can either nickel and dime them with kind of custom built micro packages, or you can create ready to order complete packages with more of an educational approach to what your client needs. I'm on this side of the spectrum. I used to be on this side of the spectrum. Back when I started with product descriptions, I had this kind of build your own package system. So it was kind of like micro modular pricing. It was lots of gig extras and custom add-ons that they could kind of build the project that they wanted. So over time, I realized that it was causing a lot more confusion than it needed to. People weren't sure what they needed, which was the biggest issue. And instead, I could just take a proactive approach and build those packages for them, telling them A, what is most common and popular, and B, what is most successful. Because if people are coming to you as a service provider, you owe it to them to not only provide that service, but to coach them in crafting the service that they need. You are the expert in what you do. That's why they're hiring you. Another thing we've got to set up now is our timeline. So you can either have a super fast turnaround time, in which case you're probably down to the wire pretty much every time, or you can set longer periods so that you always ensure an early delivery. Again, I'm pretty much always going to be on this side of the spectrum. And your choice of timeline isn't only about you, but like everything, it's about your clients. So it's worth noting what your target buyer wants in this experience. Do they want something that's really, really fast and they feel like they just instantly can turn around and have that flexibility? Or is it a buyer more like the kind of person I'm trying to target that perceives the longer I'm working on a project, it, the better it's going to be. That's a little bit of a perception thing. And I think I also am attracting buyers who want me to feel calm when I'm writing. I don't know if that's getting too far into the psychology thing, but the kinds of buyers that I'm connecting with typically are very flexible, very well prepared, very generous, very easy to work with and personable. And I think that they don't want or expect me to be rapid fire turnaround. Again, that's a perception, but like that's gonna inform where you sit on which side of the scale. Let's take a second to talk about today's video sponsor, Indie. Indie is an all-in-one productivity suite for freelancers with invoices, contracts, forms, proposals, task management tools, a time tracker, and more. Basically, everything a freelancer needs to manage their business. Indie wants to help everyone get the boring administration done faster so that you can spend more time doing what you love, perfecting your skills and impressing customers. Indie's mission is to make freelancing simple. Until June 18th, you can use the code CARRIE with the link in the description to get your first month free. And then it's only $5.99 per month after that. Thanks again to Indie for sponsoring this video. Next up is conversion, the actual point at which they are choosing to order with you. You can either be paid after delivery, or maybe 50% upfront, 50% after, or you can get paid in full before you start. Again, paid in full before I start is the dream for me. I never have to worry about getting paid. And with using Fiverr, it is an escrow system that holds the money securely to protect both me and the buyer. And honestly, even if I'm working with a client via email and I am working with them off-platform independently, I still have them pay up front. There's so much trust and credibility and communication that goes into the process. I try to make sure that they feel really, really secure about handing over that money before I've actually done the work, but ultimately that's the system that works best for me. I've kind of curated a playlist for this, so each of these steps will have a related video, and I will put that together in a literal playlist that you can access in the description. Now it's time for intake. Are you doing like a one-on-one interview with them where you are spending your time to collect that information, or are you going to create a pre-made questionnaire? Again, pre-made questionnaire. That's my go-to. Not only because it doesn't require me to spend my time upfront each individual order with the intake process, but also because over the years I have learned what I need to know, and it's pretty much the same every time. So just by creating that upfront, doing that work ahead of time, I can kind of streamline and improve that process based on what's already worked. Time to check in. You can either assume that they totally understand the process, that they know you received the order, they know when it's going to be due, they know what's coming next, or you can confirm with them and send a clear follow-up. I'm a big believer in using your soft skills to your advantage, and in my case, communication is, especially digital communication, is one of my absolute best skills. So I will always take the extra step to communicate with them, confirm with them, and put them at ease. Order completion. Are you going to work over the course of multiple days, or are you just going to dive in headfirst and get it done all at once? This obviously does depend a little bit on the type of service that you're offering. If you are, for example, managing someone's Facebook ad campaign, and that's for a week, and you're going to start creating ads, you're going to run them, you're going to optimize them, you're going to analyze, that obviously is going to take time over multiple days. There's nothing necessarily wrong with either side of the system, but I definitely am on this side of the spectrum over here. Did I say system? I meant spectrum. Revisions. I would say everyone's least favorite thing, but genuinely there are some people who really enjoy revising. They enjoy the collaborative side of that in terms of doing like a half delivery or like a first draft kind of, and then revising to get a finished polished product. Again, that's the side. I'm over here. My perspective is just to do it completely right the first time, to intuit their needs, to understand their brand so deeply that I'm able to match their style and tone and expectations without needing any revisions. I do offer them as complimentary extras, which I talk about in this video, but I don't enjoy doing them, and if I do my job right, I don't have to. Last but not least, our final step is the review. You can either passively hope that they will leave a review, or you can actively check in to manage their expectations and educate them on the process. You do have to be really careful with this on Fiverr and other platforms because you can't coerce, you can't ask for a specific review, and you can't encourage them to leave a 5-star review or even a positive review, even a happy review. Whatever your language is, you have to be real careful. Instead, I take the approach of just making sure that I'm checking in on them. It's a customer service element, and that I'm telling them how important it is to leave a review, not a 5-star review. There's no emotional manipulation here, even though there is a little bit of emotional underlying psychology, if that makes sense. Again, check out this video for more information on that. All right, there you have it. That is step-by-step, kind of your spectrum of choices on how to build a better workflow. If you do it all right, you will so much like the improvement in how your creativity flows and how clients feel supported throughout the entire process. If you're still watching, you are my actual hero. Thank you so much for being here. Again, make sure to check out the links to the comment, description, whatever, if you're interested in some freelance apparel and merch to dress up your closet like the freelancer you are. Also, don't forget to join my Discord community networking group. It is completely free. Discord's cool. We're just chatting. I'm gonna have some activities and resources and fun stuff in there. So if you want to join more of a community vibe and help everybody out, definitely do it. All right, you are worth so much more than your workload. Let's get back to work.